Hello, welcome back. So in today's video we've got the Xmas Glam. This is a cut crease with glitter and a winged eyeliner and a bit of a bold nude lip. Super easy to do, you don't need tons of shadows and you don't need a ton of skill either. It's a really nice look to sort of practice. So if you guys want to know how to get this look, then just keep watching. Hello, we're looking slightly different from the last clip. I mean, if you've never seen a catfish before, you have now. My eyebrows look like bird wings today. So for this look today, we're only going to be using really 2 shades. So I've picked out this tiny little palette here. This is from Clinique and it's their Ivory, Bisque and Bronze Satin duo. It's in the shade 04. So it's just got 2 little shades in it like that. These are a satin finish, but they don't show up that much on the skin, so they're perfect for this look. So jumping straight into the eyeshadow, I'm going to pick up a Morphe M433 brush and I'm going to dip straight in to this brown shade here. And then I'm going to pop this directly in the socket of the eye and then begin to blend it out. And with this shade, I'm also going to bring it all the way past the tail of my brow. Just going to pick up a clean blending brush really quickly and then buff out these edges just along the top. So I do want to warm this up a little bit because it is more on the cool side. So I'm just going to take a bronzer, any bronzer that you've got will do. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and then begin to just really lightly go over the top of what I've already done. But I'm not going to be too heavy-handed with this. So I'm going to start to cut the crease and I'm going to use the PLOUISE 02 base. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to pick up a flat concealer brush. This is from Morphe as well and it's their M167 brush. And then I'm actually going to start at the outer corner. I don't usually do this, but this will give me a good indication as to where I want my cut crease to start. So I'm just going to start at the outer corner and then go ahead and trace along towards the inner portion of my eye. And then I'm going to take this all the way out to the temples. So I've finally gone and mapped out my shape and also filled it in with that same base. One thing I will say is don't be too concerned if this line here isn't as neat as you want it to be, because we are going to be covering it up with glitter. You're just sort of like mapping out where you want the glitter to be. So now that both the creases are cut, I'm going to dip straight back into this Clinique palette and I'm going to take a flat brush and then use the white shade just to set the base in place. So now along the line of the cut crease, I'm going to take this glitter eyeliner. So this is from Collection and it's their Dazzling Gel Liner. Mine's the gold one and it's in the shade Funk. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace along that line with this liner. So I'm going to go all the way from the inner corner. Straight out to sort of like the wing that we've created. So you can 100% stop here with the eyes and just apply your mascara and any falsies that you might be applying. But I really want to do a winged eyeliner. I think it'll complement it really well. I'm actually just going to take some surgical tape because this is actually less damaging to your under eyes than normal tape would be. So with this tape I'm going to go all the way down from the arch of my eyebrow, just underneath the lower lash line, and then that's where I want the winged eyeliner to be. So the liner that I'm going to be using today is the Huda Beauty. This is their duo eyeliner, so it does have a winged eyeliner side and then a pencil. So I'm going to use the tape to make it easier. I don't think I've ever had eyeliner play me so much before. At first I was just contemplating like taking off the whole look, but we got through it eventually. Stressful. I'm going to apply some mascara. This one is from Primark and it is their Wonder Lash mascara. So I'm going to pop some of this on and then I'm going to put some falsies on. The falsies that I'm going to be using today are the Ardell DEMI WISPIES. So I'm going to pop those on and then I'll be right back to do the face. So moving straight onto primer, I'm going to use my ILLAMASQUA HYDRA Veil Primer. And I'm just going to pop this all over the T-zone. And then for foundation, I'm going to mix my Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation in the shade F3, as well as the YSL Touche ECLAT foundation. And then as always, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender just so I can blend all of the foundation out. So now that we look like an actual ghost, I think it's time to put a little bit of colour in the skin. So I'm going to use the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in the shade F10. And just like always, I'm going to apply this in the usual places that I'd like to contour. And then I'm going to begin to blend this out with the All Rounder brush by Beauty Bay. Some days I question whether these clips actually help or if they make my life a lot harder. I feel like I should just probably chuck my hair up in a bun and then call it a day, but nope. So I'm going to do a little bit of concealing and highlighting. I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer just on these inner corners here. And then on top of that I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. And then blend that out with the same sponge. I'm just going to set the under eyes in place really quickly using the Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the back of my sponge, and then with really light pressure I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes. And then to set the rest of the face in place, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Translucent Powder on a big fluffy brush. To bronze the skin, I'm going to use the same bronzer that I was using earlier in my crease, and this is the TILBURY AIRBRUSH Flawless Finish Bronzer in the shade Medium, and I'm going to take this on a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07 brush. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Beauty Crop Orion Glow Blush Duo, but I'm going to focus more towards the pinky shades and then pop this on the tops of my cheekbones. So I really want the highlight on my skin to pop today, so I'm going to use the PRIMARK Prime and Infuse Setting Spray just to spritz all over my face before I go in with the highlighter, and that's going to make it more metallic and pop a little bit more. So for highlighter today, I'm going to use the PRIMARK highlighter in the shade Pink Diamond, and I'm going to focus it more towards the outer portion, which is a little bit more gold. And just by spraying the skin, it makes it look so much more metallic, and it doesn't look powdery on the skin either. So the last thing we've got left to do now is the lips, so I'm actually just going to take these clips out. So I'm going to line the lips with the PLOUISE Standards Lip Liner, and then to go over that I'm going to use the same PLOUISE lipstick in Take Off. And then to blend the two together, I just like to take either a fluffy brush or use my finger and then pat them both in. So here we have Christmas look number 2 on my channel finally. This one is a lot more towards the glam side just because we've got a full cut crease going on. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe and head over to my Instagram. I'll leave it on screen for you here. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!